Why are we friends with our friends? Is it simply because we chose them? You might think so, but our social identities and the context of our everyday lives play a more important role than you might think in how we form friendships. Here's how. First, aspects of our identities shape who we meet and connect with. These are sometimes called structural characteristics. They include things like gender, class, age and generation, family role, life stage, ethnicity, cultural background, language, education level, sexuality, and religious beliefs. We tend to be attracted to people who are like us. This is known as homophily. Second, the communities we are part of influence how we do friendship. They shape the norms of forming, sustaining, and even ending friendships. In turn, this affects how we do friendship in our everyday lives. Third, the spaces and places we spend time in affect who we meet and see regularly. Places like schools, workplaces, faith groups, leisure spaces, and certain kinds of online spaces bring us into contact with people whose identities, in some ways, are likely to overlap with ours. We tend to spend time in places where we can find people who we feel we have something in common with, especially when we identify strongly with a particular aspect of our identities, or when we have a particular interest or need. Spaces and places that bring together people from a particular group tend to feel safe, welcoming, and comfortable to people who identify with that group. And the nature of these spaces affects how comfortable we feel around the people there, how easy or difficult it is for us to connect with them, and the nature of the conversations we might have. For example, accessibility, layout, and organisational practices all shape how we interact with people there. We call these kinds of places social infrastructure. They can help create a sense of recognition, a feeling that here are people like me. This can help build trust. Through regular contact over time, interactions in these places and spaces can develop into friendships. So friendships do not result simply from personal choice. They tend to be influenced by personal characteristics, the contexts we live in, and especially the spaces and places we spend time in. Follow me to find out more.